from revival or routine. I want to shake your life up. Get you into revival mode. And we certainly thank God. Man, I can tell you, if I were to say three names, 1, 2, 3, three names, or let me scale it down, 2 names, I guarantee you I can raise all types of emotion in you. 2 names. Half of you are going to be mad as all get out, hotter than fish grease. That's old school. I heard somebody say that when I was in Mississippi at my homecoming. Madder than fish grease. 2 names. 2 names. All right, I'm about to get at least 90% of y'all mad right about now. LeBron James. Ooh, I can see the looks on your faces now. LeBron James and Michael Jordan. Y'all smiling now. I'm just glad that I lived to see the greatest basketball players who ever graced the court play. I remember Dr. J. I was a kid, but I remember Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I remember Magic Johnson. I remember James Worthy. I remember Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Horace Grant. Come on, you all. I remember LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry. Y'all, we're blessed to have been alive to see the greatest players. And I left some off the list. Charge it to my head and not my heart. That we saw them play. But the 2 names, LeBron James, is about to make history, y'all. Whether y'all like it or not. He's about to pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar as the only person to score more points in NBA history. It's number 2 on the list. He's just coasting. Because he got it in his mind when about on this day I'm going to break that record, you all. And then on top of that, nobody's talking about this. He done already passed Magic Johnson as assists. Can't say he hogging the ball. Can't say he's not getting everybody back. So he raises all type of emotion, and you all, that conversation that folk are having, is very real. Now I'm MJ all day. He's getting close. He's getting close, y'all. But those 2 players who raise all kind of emotions, you all, guess what? They ain't that much different. Because what got them to the level of greatness is not wanting to be great. What got them in that conversation where we are saying who is who and who is whom, you all, is not that they wished it would happen, dreamed it would happen. No, you know what got them there? Both of them have this in common. It's the daily habits. The daily routine that each player goes through to get them to the level where they are the best among the best. How are you still playing like that at 38 years old? It's the habits. It's the routines, the daily things that they do that separate and put them in a whole new category. Well, guess what? You can be the MJ on your job. See, y'all ain't even feeling me like that, you all. You could be the MJ in your classroom, the MJ in whatever your respective industry is, because here's what I know now. Successful people, y'all better write this one down. This is my first point. Successful people consistently do what other people do occasionally. God, y'all just missed that. I can't believe that. You look at MJ, look at LeBron, you look at Venus and Serena, you look at Tiger. Successful people do consistently what average people do occasionally. You know how many times they practice that game winning shot? You know how many times they stood on the free throw line and shot free throws? Successful people consistently do what average or other people occasionally do. That's what makes the great great. And I just need to know before I go any further, you all, is there anybody here who has aspirations to be the GOAT in what you do? Don't you want to be the GOAT in your family, the greatest of all time? Don't you want to be the GOAT on your job, the GOAT in your fraternity, sorority, organization? Successful people consistently do what average people do occasionally. They do it consistently. You don't think Jesus said, I don't have time to pray? Wasn't Jesus the GOAT? But scripture says that he often withdrew to quiet places to spend time and have time with the Father. He never said, I don't have time to pray. He consistently broke away from the crowd to get one-on-one with God. Paul had a habit of going to the temple to share the good news with others. It's what makes the great great. It's not just one thing that they do, it's what they do consistently that set them apart. Now check this out. Our habits will make us or they will break us, because we become what we repeatedly do. And unfortunately, most of us don't get a chance to do a lot. Now, Paul, he kind of lays the foundation in Romans chapter 7. In verse 15, you all, I'm going to read a little bit of this because I need to set a little foundation. Romans 7 verse 15 says, I don't really understand myself. For I want to do what is right, but I don't do it. That sounds like somebody you know. Not you. That sounds like somebody you know. He says, I do what I hate. Verse 18, I want to do what is right, but I can't. Verse 19, I want to do what is good, but I don't. I don't want to do what is wrong, but I do it anyway. Lord knows I didn't want to eat that cookie last night. I'm working on something. I'm working on something, but I ate it anyway. Verse 24, with some butter pecan ice cream. Verse 24, oh, what a miserable person I am. That's what the scriptures say. Look at what it says, verse 24. Who will free me from this life that is dominated by sin and death? Verse 25, look at it, it says, thank God The answer is in Jesus Christ, our Lord. See, here's what Paul is doing. Here's what Paul is doing. And I want to help y'all out, y'all. I'm going to bless you indeed. Now, Paul is doing something that we all do that keeps us from being the goal, that keeps us from destiny. Paul is connecting his failure to his identity. God, I'm preaching and ain't nobody writing. He's connecting his failure to his identity. That's what he says in the text. He says, I don't understand myself. I want to do right, but I don't do it. Instead, I do what I hate. He's going down the list of everything that he's not doing. So now he has become what he said he has not done. Teach, Clarence Edward. I'm doing the best that I can. Now, why is it that we do this? Why we connect our failure to our identity? Why did I keep eating that cookie? And why did I get another spoonful of that ice cream? Why am I procrastinating? Why am I overspending? Why I can't seem to get ahead? And I want to help you out. I want to give you a couple of reasons, and I'm going to get out of your way. A couple of reasons why we generally fail, why we connect our failure to our identity. So if you're taking notes, here's the first one right here. Y'all ready? Here's the first one right here. And I'm going to bless you indeed. See, we focus on the what, but don't understand the how. Boy, you glad you got up and came. You glad you watching this online. We focus on the what, but don't understand the how. We focus on what we want to be. We don't know how to be. God, Junior, you teaching this thing better than they responding. You focus on what I want to accomplish, but don't understand how to accomplish it. Let me prove my point. Now, most of us have similar goals. Most of us have, we have the similar goal. If I polled this house and polled who was online, we either have health goals. I want to be healthier. I want to be slimmer. We got those money goals. I want the month to run out before my money. Anybody got those kind of goals? We have those spiritual goals. I want to get closer to God. I want to be all of this, and I want to have a prayer life. I want to serve consistently. But here's the thing, you all. We focus on what we want, but we don't have a strategy or system to make it happen. No one said for the New Year's, I want high cholesterol. Lord, give me sugar. That's what we say. Nobody's praying for that. How did it happen? It happens because the system, both inadvertently and involuntarily, caused it to happen. But what if I told you all? Now think about it. Your goals don't determine success. God, y'all ain't nobody writing nothing down. I guess y'all gonna go back and watch this online. Goals do not determine your success. Can I tell you what determines your success? It's the system you have in place that determines your success. I read this, you all. I'm teaching this class, this master class on Wednesday, you all, on habits, you all. And I read this from James Clear's book, Atomic Habits. You might have heard this. He says, and I quote, you don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your system. think I will. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your system. We have a goal, lose 20 pounds. First question I'm going to ask you, what is your system? We have a goal to pay off credit card debt. You know, that credit card debt we've had longer than luggage and pets. What's the system? And what we need to change are the systems, because it's the system that produces the results. Teach this, Clarence. Well, I'm doing the best that I can. So that's the first reason. That's why y'all need to join me on Wednesday, because that's when we roll up our sleeves and we dig deeper into this. First reason, we focus on the what, but we don't understand the how. All right, here's the second point I want to lift. The second point I want to lift. Or is it the third one? I lost count, but some say 3, some say 2. So I'm just going to roll 2.5. Not only you all, we fail. Secondly, 2.5 or 3, wherever we are, we don't see progress fast enough. We'll bail on it. Hope y'all like me. You know, first time, go back to the gym. First time, went back to the gym. Walked on a treadmill. Then I went and looked in the mirror. It's the first day. I felt like I lost something. I felt I looked good. Anybody ever do that? I walked on a treadmill 30 minutes. Then I went and lifted weights. And then I did some sit-ups and some push-ups, and I went to the mirror, and it still looked the same. No progress. I done followed the plan. Y'all remember that guy who was telling us don't buy coffee at Starbucks for a month? Thought I was going to have like $5,000 in the bank. I had $37.52. No progress. This ain't working. So we conclude, watch this. This is funny. It was funny, but here come the seriousness, the meat of it. See, we wrongly conclude when we don't see progress. Watch this online. We wrongly conclude that small, good decisions don't matter much. I don't see progress in the weight loss, so I stop. I don't see the credit card balance coming down, so I stop. I don't see any progress moving forward in this relationship, so I stop. Well, we only meet twice a month at the church, so I stop. Well, it's only 6 caramel clusters in the box, so I just eat them all and I'm all right and I'm all good. See, we wrongly conclude that small decisions don't matter much. But let me tell you, yes, they do. Because if you don't like what your life is right now, it's the small decisions that you made day after day after day that made you who you are right now. Small decisions matter. You might not see progress, but you keep working. You might not see progress, but you keep walking on the treadmill. You might not see progress, but you keep paying down those balances. You might not see progress, but you keep on pouring into that relationship until things turn around. Small, bad decisions matter greatly. And so what happens? We start to cut corners when we don't see progress. We start compromising when we don't see progress. Let me let you all in on this note. Now here it is. See, you don't wreck your life by making one big bad decision. No. It's a series of small, bad decisions over a period of time that put you in a bad position. If you see somebody who's successful, you're looking from afar and you see how they're living their lives and the same thing, they made good, consistent decisions over a period of time until those good, consistent decisions become a habit. Good Lord, who am I talking to today? Let me show you how. Now I hate using me because I don't want you to think that I got it all together. Whenever wife and we go out to eat, she automatically knows, I automatically know that's a 2-day meal. Because I'm working on something. And as soon as they bring the food, this just happened this week, I cut everything in half. Because my mama, God rest her soul, my daddy, God rest his soul, they told me something that wasn't right. They said, you can't get up from this table until everything is off the plate. And I sat there and ate it. Small, bad decisions over a period of time got me a gut. Well, had a gut. But as soon as my mindset changed, and now when food comes, I'm cutting it in half, and I eat until I get full, and then I can't get no more. It goes into the container, and I have food for. That's a habit now. Because you've been doing it over a period of time that made everything all right. See, when you see successful people financially, relationally, spiritually, what you don't know is how disciplined they are. What you don't know is how many sacrifices they make. What you don't know is their faithfulness and dedication and commitment to something until it becomes routine. Good decisions are not to be wasted. They have to be stored up. Now, how many tea drinkers? I'm about to close this out. How many tea drinkers do I have? All right, tea drinkers. Reverend Morris, put your hand down. You ain't drinking no tea, man. Sydney done changed you, boy. I got you drinking tea. God bless you, Sydney. God bless you. He had his hand up. I know you. Oh, but a girlfriend got him right, man. I'm just messing with him. I can do that to him. Tea drinkers. When you start your tea process, what's the first thing you do? You what? Start the water to what? Boil. Most of us may not know the temperature of the water as it's boiling. The only time we know that the temperature is at 212 degrees is when we either hear the water percolating or we listen for the whistle to go off. That lets you know that the water is at 212 degrees hot. Y'all with me? You didn't know when the water was 80 degrees. You didn't know when the water was 140 degrees or 205 degrees. You didn't even know when it was 211 degrees. All you knew that the water was at the optimum boiling point when it started boiling 212 degrees, because what we don't know is that as the water is heating up, that the heat is storing up. Y'all ain't catching what I'm going. And as the heat continues to be stored up, the water gets hotter. And as the water gets hotter, then it gets to that point where it started boiling. Well, guess what? There's no such thing as overnight success. It's like water. It's water heating up. See, you add prayer to your life gets hotter. You add reading the word every single day, your life gets hotter. You add journaling to the mix, your life gets hotter. You add meditation to the list, your life gets hotter. You add giving to the list, your life gets hotter. You add serving to the list, your life gets hotter. You add attending every single Sunday to the list, and you add 212 degrees. You are piping hot. I'm doing the best that I can. I got me at least one praiser in the house. It's the stuff that no one sees that bring the results that everybody wants. Man, I tell you, man, you know, I was talking about snatching my body back. I was talking all that smack. You know how you just talk smack? Y'all met them people who fin too. Bert, you know about them. I'm fin too. I'm finna get my life straight. I'm finna get my health right. I'm finna, you know, they always finna do something. But you see them 3 weeks later, you still fitting too? Man, I tell you, we was out, you all, and I was hanging out with my man, yeah, and working out with my guy, man. And man, I saw this guy right here, y'all. I'm putting him in the sermon today. Deacon Calvin Brown. Man, I got a glimpse of his body. We was working out. You know, like, good Lord. And I looked at mine. Then I looked at his. I said, Stowers, you got to get your together. That's right. We got a rule. No t-shirts in the pool. Man, that was in June of 2022. I came home, I told my wife, baby, it is on. It is on like popcorn. By this time in December, when we go back, man, I tell you, I'm going to have everything right. Little, small, consistent decisions, the stuff that no one see. Went back in December. They had to tell me to put my shirt on. Everybody's going to see this goodness. Because it's the things that no one sees that bring the results that everybody wants. And so with that, you all, I'm closing right here. And I'm going to get to the meat of this on Wednesday, y'all. I want to read this Galatians chapter 6, verse 9. All right, here it is. And this is my last point. Here it is. It says, let us not become weary in doing good, Galatians 6 and 9. For at the proper time, we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. Here it is, and I'm done. Here it is, and I'm done. The way we see ourselves sabotages our success. Let us not be weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. See, here's the enemy telling you what you are not. The enemy is connecting our failures to our identity. But people in scripture also dealt with identity issues. Moses, he said, I can't lead God's people because I don't speak well enough. Gideon, I'm weak, you Lord. I don't have all the people that I need. Paul, the least of these, felt unworthy. See, an unhealthy identity creates unwise habits, and unwise habits reinforce an unhealthy identity. How do you see yourself? Either propels your success or it kills your success. How do you see yourself? That's what I want you to work on this week. I see myself as a true man of God. I see myself as a dedicated husband, a dedicated father. I see myself as being financially free. I see myself as being healthy. I see myself as winning in every aspect of life. I see myself getting 1% better every day in my marriage, in my walk with God, with my money. And at the end of the year, I'm 37% better in every single area. How do you see yourself? Because what we do overflows out of who we are. When you don't know who you are, you don't know what you're capable of doing. How do you see yourself? And when I'm out and about, I'm in a fraternity, and so we out and we in social circles, and these circles involve food and all types of things. And I don't say I'm on a diet, because I don't see myself as a person who on a diet. Thank you very much. I'm like, no, man, that ain't me no more. I don't eat that anymore. I don't do that anymore, because I don't see myself as someone who's trying. I see myself as someone who already is. Oh, y'all better praise God right there. How do you see yourself? Come on, I'm going to invite you to stand with me, because I can't let you leave out here, you online who are watching this. I see myself as a strong leader who believes in people and is helping them to do more to make a difference. You saw how specific I was. How do you see yourself? I see myself as a wise steward, guy who takes care of whatever was trusted to him, whether it's my health, my influence, my money, use it to glorify God. How do you see yourself? I see myself, and I worked on this. I see myself, and I have it right here, as a dude who's enjoying the ride. Did y'all hear that? As a dude who's enjoying the ride, and my guys, we talk about this all the time. And he is rich in friendships, experiences, and will work his butt off to leave one heck of a legacy. How do you see yourself? Because when you see yourself, by what you define. It's some things that you're not going to let folk tell you. It's some things you're not going to let circumstances tell you. It's some things you're not going to put in your body if you see yourself differently. When you know who you are, and here's the secret to success. Here's the secret to living out what you want to live out in 2023. When you know who you are, then you'll know what to do.